All right, thanks a lot, Larry. Students and coaches from 14 different Idaho schools will soon be showing off their submissions for a statewide 3D design and printing fabrication competition coming up this weekend. We'll get a sneak peek next. Students and coaches from 14 Idaho schools will soon be showing off their submissions for a statewide 3D design and printing fabrication competition this weekend. It's really neat stuff we're talking about today. We're joined by Angela Hemingway with the STEM Action Center. First of all, tell us about this event coming up this weekend.
So this event is going to feature middle school students who have had an opportunity to work with their educator, their mentor, who received training from us a couple months ago. They've been back in their classroom using their 3D printer to solve what they've determined to be an issue or problem in their community. So the students have been busily identifying this particular issue. We don't know what their designs are going to look like. They will bring back their 3D prints. They will use those to solve that issue in the community. We have a big competition at the Discovery Center this weekend, open to the public from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., $2 off admission for people that want to come and see what these middle schoolers have done, what they've deemed the problems, and how they're solving them using 3D print and fabrication.
Sounds like a pretty big project. How much time and effort goes into this competition?
Well, students have been working in the classroom, again, with their mentor or educator. Some of them are also putting in time after school. I think one of the biggest challenges is they had to identify an issue in their community that could be solved using 3D printing. Then they had to hop on the computer, create a design, create a model, and then test print those models and look at the prototypes. And so we will actually be seeing the printed prototypes this weekend.
And so much is changing with the 3D printing technology. Tell us about what's featured here in the Idaho Magazine this month.
Certainly. So Idaho Magazine, the May issue, has a little bit of information on Janie Veldkamp and her amazing eagle recovery story. The eagle's name is Beauty. Eagle was shot by poachers in 2005, and it went through her beak, and as a result she was deemed probably not going to survive. And Janie stepped in and up at the Birds of Prey Northwest, up around the Coeur d'Alene area, was able to work with a dentist as well as a 3D designer, and was able to fabricate a 3D beak. And so in my mind, this is the perfect example of STEM in action, because this particular beak needed to allow the eagle to breathe, to eat water, to feed, to preen itself, but then it also had its physiology and anatomy. They had to design the beak on computers using math and technology, and then be able to print the beak and fit it to the eagle, to Beauty, who is still alive today.
Wow, yes. Wow. And you were talking earlier too about the International Space Station even has a printer up there that they're able to use.
Correct. So if the space station needs certain tools or wrenches or something that they don't have on board, they can now receive these printed files and print them on a printer and create the wrench right there.
And for folks who might not understand exactly the process, tell us what these materials are made out of and kind of how it works.
Sure. So if you think of our regular printers that many of us have at home, you have just ink going onto a page. Well, in this particular example, you have very thin filaments of biodegradable plastic going onto a heated bed. And so we will have a 3D printer running at the Discovery Center during FabSLAM on Saturday that will be printing some of these designs. So for example, Beauty's beak took about an hour and a half to print, whereas our amazing T-Rex skull that we have here took close to 4 hours to print.
Wow, unbelievable. And you said printers are lowering, the price is lowering as well.
Right. So the printers that we provided the educators that they have in their classroom are around $600, and they get a big roll of filament, again the plastic that would kind of melt and mold and create these unique models that the students have designed.
Such a cool technology, and so neat to see these middle schoolers really taking advantage and learning more about how they work.
Absolutely.
All right, again, that event coming up this Saturday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.